Jackson Bates SPMA2P65 Sport Marketing Midterm. Question 1. The process of external environmental forces for sporting teams refers to the factors and influences that are outside the control of these teams. We're an organization that can significantly affect their marketing strategies and processes. Some examples of professional or potential environmental forces could be technology, competition, culture, social trends, the physical environment that they're around, other political factors of the area, demographics, and economic impact. Sports teams and organizations within the Niagara region are examples of something that can be impacted by this. However, some more heavily than others. Example, the Niagara River Lions can be negatively impacted by different economic forces such as inflation or unemployment rates, which can cause a decrease in ticket sales, sponsorships, or merchandise sales. Additionally, a positive external factor that can impact them is the social media platforms such as Instagram or TikTok. These can be used to promote their teams and interact with fans, especially now using AI. This can be done even easier. Question 2. There are 5 primary types of fan categories. These fall under aficionado, theatergoer, passionate partisan, champ follower, and reclusive partisan. Aficionado fans often will seek quality performance, and they are loyal to the game rather than just a single team. They just love to watch. The theatergoer fans are looking for just entertainment in close games, and they are somewhat moderately passionate just to one team. Passionate partisans are loyal to their team and they want them to win. This type of fan is a short-term or long-term loyalty, depends on if they're good or not, really. A champ follower is a fan who's just short-term, and they love to see a team who's winning the championship, and if they're not really a fan anymore. The last type of fan is reclusive. These fans want their team to win. Although their fan loyalty is not always shown, they don't go to every single game, but they're still a fan deep down. Capitalizing on the NFL is an example of someone that has been able to capitalize on many of these, using sports betting and technology to increase fandom. Capitalizing on betting and using fantasy football is another way. Question 3. Sports are a form of entertainment similar to movies, plays, theaters, and concerts. Although these other activities can be categorized as some form of entertainment, sport has many noticeable differentiations, and a big difference between sports and these other forms is the fan engagement. You're all being engaged, and it's helping you build a sense of the sports helps you build a sense of community with you, and this will help people identify strongly with the team. You're sometimes a fan because your family's it, your mom, your dad's it, or your best friend is it. You want to be a fan, and it helps build a sense of community that way. The same feeling is not really replicated through other things. So another example is the unpredictability of sports. You're watching a sport game live. There's no script, although you may think that sometimes there's a script to NFL games. There's no script. It's happening live in front of you. People are injured. Changes happen. You don't know what's going to happen. Unlike when you're watching a concert or if you're watching a movie, there's a plot line towards it. You can maybe guess. Concert, they're just going to play their most popular songs or their new songs, right? So an example being Game 4, the Jays just played against the Yankees. This was an unpredictable, close game. Many Jays fans maybe thought this was going to go Game 5 because it was in New York, or some thought they were going to win, and obviously they did win. This was unpredictable and a big boost for the Canadian fans. Question 4. A SWOT analysis is a framework for identifying and analyzing an organization's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. The strengths and weaknesses are controllable factors within the organization. The opportunities and threats are assessed as a result of external contingencies out of the control of the organization, found in the marketing environment. Strength and internal factors that give the company an advantage compared to other brands or organizations, such as brand reputation, fan loyalty, or innovative products and merchandise. Opportunities are external factors that an organization can use to their advantage, such as expanding into new demographics of fans, or using evolving technology to help this. When applying this to the Blue Jays' 25 playoff run, or in preparation for their 26th season, you see several things. Their strengths would include a young roster, up and coming, that still has many years to go, and clearly capable of making a deep playoff run as they are right now. They've made significant renovations and investments into the Rogers Center with new technology, and helping create a better fan experience and bring more fans into the area. Their extensive media presence on Sportsnet assures them national regular exposure, being the Canada's only current MLB team. However, some of the flaws would include inconsistent pitching at times and lack of veterans in the bullpen to help them close out games. The Jays in the regular season ranked 16th in ERA, which is not ideal for a team who's looking to contend for the World Series. In terms of some opportunities they could improve is their digital marketing and social media efforts to help reach younger fans and more international fans, not just Canadian fans. There is room for expansion in corporate collaboration, cross promotions with other Toronto teams like the Maple Leafs or the MLS team, and player branding, and online content. Some significant challenges obviously come with this. They're not the only Toronto team that's fighting for attention, that wants fan base, that wants to provide entertainment. They're still a young team, so obviously that's good, but there's risks, like injuries. People don't always stay with the same team. They can get traded, and you don't know the area. Most likely Toronto won't just go down, but you can never guess the economic of the area. And obviously fighting for attention, when you're watching in the US is pretty difficult. Why would they just play a Canadian team? Overall, they're positioned well for success if they build on their strengths and improve on the weaknesses. Question 5. The sport industry has unique traits that many other industries do not. So these will include things such as emotional connection and passion that comes with the sport that is rarely found in other businesses, like I talked earlier. The on and off field success that sport organizations focus on, the on field being your wins and losses as a player and as a team, and the off field being you building your self-image, getting with sponsorships and brand deals. Sports will offer a level playing field. Sports compete in a league which rely on a healthy league. They don't want unfair balance, one team always amazing, one team always not great, and that's why you watch it. It's a fair competition. And the variable quality as well. So sports leagues, they implement policies and rules like the salary cap. You're trading, and different teams have different revenues and regulations that come along with that. And the product and brand loyalty, which can be unpredictable and teams can use to be advantageous and become more attractive. So question 6. Pink and shrink it comes from the idea that pink is a stereotypical feminine color. This phrase is commonly used in product creation world for designing products for the women. Unfortunately, majority of the time women are left with no choice but to just wear a jersey, but it's just pink, and it's made for a man. Sport has tried to move beyond past this through visibility within media, in terms of you've seen more women on social media and television and commercials. They've definitely done a better job of this and getting more sponsorships. This can be attributed to strong female athletes like Simone Biles, Serena Williams, Summer McIntosh, and Caitlin Clark. Another way sports has tried to move past this and has progressed is the concept of starting to create team merchandise and cuts that are for females, not just for males, that women can wear. Example is the female actor Alyssa Milano, who is a major sports fan. She launched her own brand known as Touch, and they make branded apparel in team colors with different cuts that cater towards females. So question 7. There are 6 sport marketing segmentations. Demographic, this is the most common segmentation. And sport marketing demographic variables include age, gender, ethnic background, and what stage of their life cycle a consumer may be on. Example, sporting apparel is often targeted towards consumers based on their age. Lululemon is an example. their target audience being 18 to 45. The next type is geographic. Sport consumers can be segmented based on geographical residence, such as local, national, or international regions. The Raptors being an example of this, their audience being Canadian, the Canadians, as are the Canadian NBA team, and the Toronto area. And they make sponsorships with Canadian brands like Tim Hortons or Canadian Tire. Next being socioeconomic. First, the aspects of a consumer's social or economic circumstances, such as income level or occupation. So an example of how they do this in sport is with ticket prices. If you're sitting closer to the players, the tickets are going to be more, and if you're sitting farther away, the tickets are going to be less. So this appeals to different fans. If you really want to sit close, you're going to have to pay a little more money. But if you wanted just a seat, then you don't have to pay as much. So, product behavior is the next segmentation, and is the idea of segmenting consumers based on the basis of their buying habits. Example is they may display similarities based on how much you purchase an item and buy certain products. Therefore, sport organizations can target you based on if you buy this more or if you buy this less, and find your preferences. Example, sports betting, like FanDuel, will offer you offers and deals to keep you going. Next is psychographic. This lifestyle factor. First, the consumer's day-to-day routines and their general way of life influenced by their personality and interests and opinions. An example is the Nike Just Do It slogan. This is towards people who are motivated and want to achieve goals and driven. The last is benefits segment based on the similar benefits that they seek from using a sport product or service. So this can be seen through Adidas shoe, as they target their customers based on the benefits they're looking for in their products in terms of their shoes and different models. Question 8. Diversion from everyday life can have a significant impact on fan attendance because sport frequently serves as a form of escapism. You want to go home, you want to get away from your work, you're done, you want to watch your favorite team play, and this is something that sports does, and it can change your mindset and have a positive impact. So the Toronto Raptors do an excellent job of utilizing this diversion tactics, and they continue to make attending games at the Scotiabank Arena feel like an experience rather than just a normal basketball game. They've added more interactive fan experiences, live music, and entertainment throughout the night to help fans forget about the stresses that they just had out in the day. They also hold special events like Raptors Fan Day, where fans can meet the players and participate in on-court events and receive giveaways and go on the court, meet the players, do things like that. Question 9. So my favorite part about the course so far has been just like how interesting, like the I think for me the lectures, have been just different than other lectures. It's like not as much on the slides, but it's like way more engaging with the class. So it just helps me like definitely pay more attention compared to other lectures when they're just like there's a lot on the screen and then they just kind of read and expand a little, but you're asking the class more and you're trying to engage us more, which is like definitely helping me pay more interested because I want to I think about the questions myself more. Thank you.